talked about this quite a few times over the past couple months, but 2017 has been an amazing year for games.
It sure has, from AAA games to indie games and everything in between. Not only have a lot of games been released this year, but a lot of really great games have been released.
And it looks like 2018 is shaping up to be pretty much the exact same trend. Here's Cole to take a look at some of the biggest games releasing in January.
Just when you thought you were done with me, I return once again like a bad case of eczema. Remember how I did that thing earlier about the games coming out in December? Well, here's pretty much the same thing, but for January. I once again present to you my rapid fire roundup that isn't especially rapid. Bonnie, Sean, take it away a second time. Is your least favorite part of Studio Ghibli movies the fact that they're movies and not video games? If so, I don't really know how to respond to a complaint like that, but you'll likely find enjoyment in the fact that Ni no Kuni, the hit PS3 JRPG developed in collaboration with Studio Ghibli, is getting a sequel on the PlayStation 4. Albeit Ni no Kuni 2 was made without the legendary animation studio's involvement, some key Ghibli members from the first game's development cycle have returned to ensure that the sequel feels consistent with the first. You play as one Evan Pettywhisker Tildrum, who sounds like the owner of only the finest pocket squares in all the land. You know, pocket squares, they're like tissues but useless. In reality, Mr. Tildrum is the now usurped king of the cat tribe, set to reclaim his kingdom with the help of his cartoon pals Roland and Tawny. In addition, you'll receive assistance from the element fluid Higgledies, who help you explore the expansive world and provide aid in combat, giving the already beloved combat system a nice boost. Together, you'll embark on an adventure mired in whimsy, magic, and like a bunch of animal ears. So hey, if that sweetens the pot for you, there you go. Speaking of niche JRPGs that are no longer Nintendo exclusives, Monster Hunter World is one of those things I just described in that setup that I've now ruined by explaining it. Despite this being the 5th primary title in the wildly successful Monster Hunter series, World is overflowing with firsts. This is the first entry to appear on a PlayStation console in over a decade, the first ever to make an appearance on a Microsoft home console, the first to allow worldwide online multiplayer, and the first to offer seamless travel between areas, which kind of fundamentally alters your relationship with the monsters that you're allegedly hunting. In previous titles, you could escape combat with a creature by running out of an area and face first into a drawn-out loading screen, which would give you a chance to catch your breath, take some potions, check your emails, call your mom, and vent about what an unrelenting jerk that monster just was, like you do in role-playing games. This time around, unfortunately for you, it looks like the monsters paid off the game devs to ensure that you never catch a break, because you are gonna have to work to kill these things. But hey, you gotta kill them, because, what is it, research, I guess? Is that the thinly veiled excuse to kill things in this game? It's research? Alright, sweet. Oh, and if all that cool stuff weren't enough, if you're playing on the PlayStation 4 version, you also have the option of playing as Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, who is she's just great. You know who else is great? Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super, and not the creator of Dragon Ball GT, whatever that is, because it's certainly not canon. What is canon, however, is Android 21, the brand new character he designed for the highly anticipated new fighting game Dragonball Fighters. And yes, that is how I'm choosing to pronounce it. Arc System Works, known for the popular 2D fighting games BlazBlue and Guilty Gear, revealed this new 2.5D fighter based on the Dragon Ball franchise to mass excitement during Microsoft's E3 press conference last year. After making the rounds at various conventions, it found its way to the 2017 GameStop Expo, at which point I was actually able to try it. And let me tell you, this is the Dragon Ball game I've been dreaming about since I was a kid. With fantastically sharp animations and quick, precise combat reminiscent of the Marvel vs. Capcom breed of fighting game, Dragon Ball Fighters has the potential to be the next competitive fighting game, and it's befitting that such an honor finally goes to a Dragon Ball game. Take my word for it, if this game is anything near as polished and tight as what I played last summer, it's gonna be worth your hard-earned pre-order dollars. Bursting forth from one convoluted chronology or another is Dissidia Final Fantasy NT, the combat-oriented Final Fantasy spin-off game being ported to PS4 from a 2015 arcade game that served as a follow-up to a 2011 PSP game that was somehow both a remake and a prequel to a 2008 PSP game, all of which essentially sharing the same name. Needless to say, researching this segment really put my reading comprehension skills to the test. Regardless, this game is actually very cool for fans of the franchise, myself included, if for no other reason than being able to choose from over 50 characters from across the Final Fantasy universe, with the latest additions including Sasuke, Noctis from Final Fantasy 15, and Ace from Final Fantasy Type 0. The combat of this game is kind of tough to describe. It's a hack and slash, but not really. It's an RPG, but also a pretty involved arcade arena fighter. This was another game I was able to play briefly at the GameStop Expo this year, and I had quite a bit of fun with it, even though I admittedly didn't pay very close attention to the controls and ended up clumsily fumbling around the map as Lightning from Final Fantasy 13 until I was very quickly killed by a far more competent player. Those are all the unwrapped rapid-fire games I have for you this go-round. For more information on any of these titles, speak with the guest advisor, or just burn all of your belongings, live in the woods, and never think about video games ever again.
Thank you so much, Cole. Man, so much to look forward to in 2018.
I know.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a quick look back at this year.
Yeah, here's the Funhaus team to tell us which games they played the most this year.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Bruce.
I'm Elyse.
And combined, we are Funhaus.
Today we're counting down our 5 most played games of 2017.
The games we just couldn't stop playing, even though we tried to. We didn't.
So here they are. Let's do it.
And number 5 is Destiny 2. Some of us played through the story missions on console, but could not resist jumping back in when the game came to PC in October.
Yeah, trust us, it's totally worth it for the enhanced graphics on PC. This game looks beautiful.
Even I'm getting in on the action. Heading out on some strikes, and maybe I'll even find the courage to go on a raid. Can I go on a raid with you guys?
No. There's no room on our fire team. We have this book here.
But it's 6-2 fire team, right? It's Adam, Bruce, James, Lawrence. That's 4 plus me.
Oh, and Matt Peak.
Yeah,
Matt Peak's
Matt
there,
Peak.
too.
That's still only 5.
Matt has a brother. His brother likes to play with us.
What's his name? What's his name?
Thatch Peak.
Matt's brother's name is Thatch.
Matt, cut to the next game. Go. She's onto us. Cut.
The 4th entry on our list is an oldie, but trust me, still a goodie. It's why we're still playing it every single day, despite the fact that it was released in 2013.
Wait. Are you not playing anything like that? What are you talking about?
Marvel Puzzle Quest! Marvel Puzzle Quest! Marvel Puzzle Quest! Marvel Puzzle Quest! Marvel Puzzle Quest!
I know you love Marvel Puzzle Quest.
Yeah!
But can you really blame us, Bruce? The devs provide constant and ongoing support for the game, crafting tentpole events around Marvel movie releases, thus tying your play experience to the ever-expanding MCU.
Exactly, Adam! And despite being a simple match 3, the game finds fun ways to reinvent the genre, such as new modes that are tailored to not just when you match, but how you match.
Also, the X-Men are back.
Yes, Bruce!
Charles Xavier, what are you doing so far away from your school?
I feel a great deal of pity for anyone coming to this match 3 game looking for a fight.
It's just James. It's not even Charles Xavier.
I can't tell the difference. So if you're familiar with our channel, it's no surprise that this game made our list.
Yep, Grand Theft Auto 5 at number 3.
And as a disclaimer, we should mention that Funhaus has been posting 2 weekly videos wherein we play GTA races, death matches, and online challenges for 3 years now.
We still don't really remember the controls, though.
I can't tell you a single one.
Yeah, I can't remember either. Nevertheless, Rockstar continues to support us and the rest of the user base.
This year alone, we saw the addition of new GTA Online content, including Smuggler's Run, gun running, cunning stunts, special vehicle circuit, and transform races, just to name a few.
And we also do GTA mods if you're into that sort of thing.
R.I.P. Mufasa.
And that little banker, the little goblin guy? Yeah, rest in peace, guy.
Take his gold.
Well, also, he's
And number 2 on our list is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, one of the best games of this year and possibly all time.
Yeah, it's safe to say that most early adopters picked up this game the moment they got their hands on a Nintendo Switch, and legend has it that many are still playing to this day.
Nintendo's back, baby!
The year of Luigi. I mean Link. I mean Rabbids. I mean Mario. I mean Star Fox 2. I mean Blue Shell. I mean Mario.
Oh, no, Elyse! Nintendo broke Bruce, Elyse! Why reason people play Zelda a long time?
The main reason, Adam, is that Breath of the Wild has the distinction of being an incredible and unparalleled entry in the Zelda timeline, while also cementing itself as a tour de force in the sandbox RPG genre. We dedicated hours upon countless hours to this game, simply because it has so much to offer in terms of the actual content and return value, and of course the portability factor, which made any time shrine time.
2017 wowed with many notable releases, but our hearts and the number 1 spot belong to a game that released over a year ago, Overwatch.
Yep, the longevity of Overwatch lies in Blizzard's aptitude for crafting custom seasonal events. Since launch, they've introduced 6 events: Winter Wonderland, Summer Games, Halloween Terror, Lunar New Year, Uprising, and Anniversary.
Looks as if many of the events are poised to become annual occurrences, which means if you missed out on the reskin loot boxes and exclusive items the year prior, never fear, there will be other chances to get your kicks in Lucio Ball or sink your fangs into that sexy Van Helsing McCree skin.
As long as Blizzard keeps giving Overwatch attention and support, we'll keep playing it.
Yeah, what games are you still playing? You still trying to get good?
Overwatch.
Yeah, we're all doing.
Oh, we're talking to them.
Yeah. Check us out at youtube.com/funhaus or fun.haus. Fun.house. And just let us know.
Professor X, where else can you find Funhaus?
At the X Mansion.
Can't he?
That's not what it's called.
Can't he?
Okay, is it just me, or is the Funhaus crew just a little zany, you know?
If by zany you mean awesome, seem like a lot of fun to hang out with.
Call us up. Let's get together.
Yeah. So, we're always talking about what games people might want to pick up, right? But games are an amazing way to spend your free time. They're also an amazing investment in your money.
Right.
You know, so if you want to protect that investment, consider getting a gameplay guarantee when you buy your games at GameStop.
Yeah, for $3 or less, you can protect your new or pre-owned game for a year. If your game is defective, stops working, or is damaged, just bring it back to the store and a guest advisor will exchange it for another copy.
And if you're buying a new or pre-owned system, you can choose to pick up a product replacement plan. For a small fee, you can protect your system against defects for a year. If you have any problems with it, just take it back to your local store and get a replacement. For more details on gameplay guarantees and product replacement plans, talk to a guest advisor at your local GameStop store.
Okay, it's time for a break, but when we come back, our friends from Game Attack are going to join us to talk all about the Nintendo Switch.
Yes, you won't want to miss this. So stay right where you are and don't look away from the screen. Don't look away.